It's just something that I've wanted to try reading, and there's no way I can read the. It doesn't work in a 20-minute reading. So my favorite of the female characters is this investigative journalist, Lila, who has a section to herself.
Me too. I just had to say that. So good.
Lot to like about Lila, and she is. This is kind of indirect third-person discourse. She's investigating a missing nuclear weapon. And she's gone to Amarillo, Texas, and she's talking to a young woman named Felicia Babcock. And you may not need to know much more than that, but we're going to hear a little bit in third person from Felicia Babcock. On the night of July 3, coming home late from drinking with her girlfriends, she found Cody, her boyfriend, waiting for her on the front steps. He said he had another present for her. He took her around to the backyard where something big and cylindrical was lying on a blanket. Cody said it was a fully armed B-61 thermonuclear warhead. And what did she think of that? Well, she was afraid, was what? Cody said, I want you to touch it. I want you to get buck naked and lay on it, and then I'm going to do you like you've never been done in your whole life. She hedged by saying she didn't want to get radiation poisoning or whatnot. Cody said the warhead was totally safe to handle and be around. He made her touch it with her hand and explained to her about 1-point safety and permission action links. It was the usual all-hat routine, talking about stuff he didn't really understand and had nothing to do with, except this time there was an actual thermonuclear warhead on a blanket in his yard. And I know how to set it off, he said. You do not, Felicia said. There's a way if you got the codes and I got the codes. I can wipe old Amarillo right off the map, right now. Why would you do that? Felicia wanted to know. She half believed him and 2/3 didn't. Thank you. To make you see how much I love you, Cody said. Felicia said she didn't see the connection between loving her and blowing up Amarillo. Sorry.
For the radio audience, Jonathan is laughing
terrible.
at his own
If I'd gotten to practice it just once, I wouldn't have done that. It's so gauche. Sorry. She thought that conceivably by saying this, by buying time, she was saving tens of thousands of innocent Amarillo lives, her own not least among them. She was listening out of one ear for police sirens. Cody then assured her that he wasn't going to do it. He just wanted her to know that he could do it. He, Cody Flaner, he wanted her to feel the kind of power he had at his disposal. He wanted her to take off all her clothes and put her arms around the bomb and stick her little tail up in the air for him. Didn't the bomb's terrible, dangerous power make her want that? It did, actually, when he put it like that. She went ahead and did what he said, and they hadn't had such a good time since before he'd surprised her by moving out on his wife. She wasn't very happy about that. To be that close to so much potential death and devastation, to have her sweaty skin against the cool skin of a death bomb, to imagine the whole city going up in a mushroom cloud when she orgasmed, it was pretty great, she had to say. At the same time, it was obviously a one-night-only thing. Either Cody would be hauled off to jail, or he'd have to take the B-61 back to where it belonged. So sorry, it's so unprofessional, it's terrible. I love St. Paul. Thank you. Not quite done, though. Or he'd have to take the B-61 back to where it belonged, and that would be the end of them having orgasmic sex with her face mashed up against the casing of a 300-kiloton death bomb. To enjoy it while it lasted, they went at it a second time. Cody got her all wound up, but afterwards she felt sad for him. He wasn't very bright, and she'd already made up her mind to go with his friend Kyle. Thank you.
Good. So good. Who wants to bet that that doesn't get in the radio broadcast? Or does it? You'll have to listen to find out.